this larger.
Live.
Larger is here.
We are recording.
There you go.
And here we go.
Dot, dot, dot.
Welcome to the Tom Bernard Show with the family and
Co-host Kathryn Brandt.
Andy Brandt Bernard.
and our special appearance by
Costaki Economopoulos. Sorry,
there you
It
figured
was
it out.
very
You were special.
Halloweeny.
I forgot my cues.
You were very special. There's no question about it.
He's thinking of all his funny jokes.
All the funny jokes.
I was thinking. I forgot to tell you guys last week when I was in Albuquerque. I did one show Thursday night on my way to Atlanta, and there was a gentleman in the front row wearing a Tom Bernard shirt.
Yeah, we
Where?
he uploaded the picture. It was Charlie, remember?
Yeah, it was Charlie.
Oh, it's Charlie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he sent us the picture and we put it up on the stream last week.
Charlie
yeah.
in Albuquerque.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
great.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. Been a listener for about 40 years.
He says you
that's
noticed the shirt while you were on stage.
Yeah, literally while I was on stage. You know, I've got some radio exposure in that part of the world, and so lots of the folks who come out, they know I'm going to do football jokes or whatever. And, you know, there was a Jaguars shirt and a Jets shirt and a Tom Bernard shirt. It was very
There you
surprising and fun. Yeah. So we talked about you for a sec during the show. Your
For a
giant
second.
40 share and everything else, the history. Yeah, so it was good. Nice nod to you there, Tom. And
very
Albuquerque,
nice.
New Mexico. Well,
Yeah,
done.
pretty
Very
far away.
nice, thank you. No doubt about it. I went for a walk with Charlie just before he moved out there, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
A long time ago now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
It's been,
been
there
a
long
while.
time.
In any case, what's going on in your world, Pally?
Well, I've got a 7-year-old, and so Halloween weekend was just a sea of
Halloween
street
weekend.
fairs and painting pumpkins. And
Any trunk or treating?
we did trunk or treat was actually, yeah, that was before. That was, I guess that was Friday, and then Saturday we had 2 street fairs, and Sunday we had a street fair. It's been a lot of Halloween-y goodness around here.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
it's
at
been
that
fun.
perfect age.
Yep.
Yeah, she really is. She really is. She's old enough to like fully get it, and like young enough to just embrace it without
Yep.
any trepidation or hesitation about not looking cool. She's just
Yeah.
like 100% full bore. Yeah, that's cool. Kids are fun for holidays, that's for sure.
I like how for holidays.
Yeah, for
No,
holidays.
I mean
Other than that, they're a giant pain in the ass.
they are a lot of work. Turns out.
Turns out, who knew?
No
Yeah, 'cause-
question.
Kids are fun. I'm getting ready to go to Germany. That's next week.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're going to see the Falcons play the Colts and meet
Oh.
up with
That's
my
right.
right.
my
Deutschland.
brother's bone marrow donor.
Oh, yeah. That's a great story. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it really is. It's really. I just thinking about it, I tear up. I'm just gonna cry like a little baby when I meet this guy. So
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
he saved my brother's life, and I'm
What a thing.
Very thankful.
Especially from Germany.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Football's a great match for the Germans. You drink beer while you watch, right? Mm-hmm. There are
Yes.
tons of car ads, and it's a precisely timed game of land acquisition. So
See?
they love it. If only the referees threw sausages instead of flags, it would be the perfect sport for them.
We got your pretzels, you know.
Yeah,
Those are pretty
right?
German.
And apparently they sing John Denver during football games. They're big John Denver fans.
John Denver?
Isn't that random?
That's a
Very
little wrong.
random.
It's so random.
I would
of all the
say.
things. Yeah, and apparently they're huge. What's the guy's name from the Kit Car show? Whatever.
Oh,
Hasselhoff.
Knight Rider? Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge Hasselhoff fans.
Oh, David Hasselhoff, yeah.
That's weird too, right?
Well, with a name like Hasselhoff,
Yeah.
I can understand. Yeah.
It's a very German name.
Yeah.
No question about it.
But my team sucks, and your team sucks too, Tom.
Oh, my God, the Vikings suck so bad.
No, they
They're
don't.
horrendous. I mean, they are
Oh.
a terrible football team.
Oh, boy. I
They
just
really
heard
are.
Watch.
Yeah. And the Falcons, I thought were going to be
Unbelievable.
good this year. They beat the Bills in prime time, and I was like, who is this team? Because sometimes they're terrible and sometimes they're great. I think their spirit animal is the east wing of the White House. It's just a demolished disaster.
I got to ask everybody a question here. Okay, so it's 2025, and
Yes,
I'm
it
sitting
is.
around this morning, and I'm watching a little television, and they have this special on about Hollywood back in the day, right? So I'm watching it, and it's really not talking much about Hollywood. It's just got all these different stars on there. And basically, during the half hour, saw some great, like Sal Mineo was on it, and all these people like that. They're just, really talented people, all the rest of it. At the very end, what is the one thing all of these men, other than being in Hollywood and being big stars, what do they have in common? They're all gay.
Oh,
It's like, what?
Does anybody care about that stuff anymore?
Well, Sal Mineo died, about 50 years ago?
I don't even know who Sal
yeah,
Mineo is.
1976. So
That's 76, almost 50 years ago he died. And now everybody knew he was gay anyway, didn't they?
Oh, back in those days.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know. I think
Yeah,
there was a
maybe not.
little bit of la la la.
Yeah.
I read one time that Betty White was a beard for Liberace.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yep.
Which, if you could even get your head around all the different parts of that sentence.
Exactly.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
any-
You would
did
never
anybody-
guess Liberace.
I
was
know.
gay.
How la
Never.
la la was the culture? They were like, oh, Liberace's got a girlfriend. Of course
He's
he does.
just flamboyant.
Sure he
That's
does.
all.
I have never understood that from the time I was a young kid. And I've told the story before about a good friend of mine's brother, half brother, I guess he was, decided to come and stay in Minneapolis for a while because I can't remember, I think he was living in Atlanta or something. He wanted to come and be closer to his brother and all the rest of it. So he came to town, and he didn't know anything about the town. So his brother came to me and said, Tom, do you have any interest in like renting an apartment with my brother? I said, yeah, I could do that for a while. It's not a problem. This is many, many, many years ago, right? And I said, yeah, it's not going to be a problem. And everything. So we went around. His first name was Pat. So Pat and I went around looking at all these different apartments. We did it for several weeks. And then he died, right? And the one thing I've never talked about with Pat, I mean, I talked about it with Pat, but not with this audience, is I was at the time, I believe, 19 years old. So that would have been, 1970, 71, something like that.
I don't know. I can't do that high in math.
1970, 71.
large numbers.
And the one thing that nobody ever noticed, but I always talked about it because I didn't give a rat's ass 50 years ago, it turns out his brother was gay, right? And I was thinking about that. 50 years ago, did I give a rat's ass that he was gay? No. I have never cared about stuff like that, but why do so many people care what you do with your bits and pieces? As long as you stay away from the kids
I
and the
think
dogs.
the 70s changed that whole.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think in
If
the
not
70s, it
60s.
was, well, 60s even. I mean, that was the 60s were all, except
Yeah,
people. Yeah,
yeah.
the 50s and 40s, I can see where it might have been a problem, but after the 60s,
But I just-
hard
Well,
to believe.
Liberace in particular had a tendency of suing the hell out of anyone who even suggested he might be gay.
Oh, really?
Oh, there is that aspect to it.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really did not want anyone saying that he was gay. Because I mean, the
not
idea
wanna
was like
come
he
out.
wanted to appeal to women, I suppose. So that's one thing. It's like, if you're like, if your audience is primarily women, and then it turns out that you're gay, a lot of those women are going to be like, oh well. I mean, it's kind of delusional, but they're going to be like, oh well, he's not available.
Yeah,
So
right.
Yeah, available.
Otherwise, he
yeah,
would
there
have
you go.
hooked up with Liberace.
well, that's the thing. It's like
There
I've
you
talked
have
about
it.
the idol culture in South Korea, where these idols aren't allowed to publicly acknowledge that they have boyfriends because then their male fans will get disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
it's-
really?
Yeah, there's like this. There's been this parasocial thing where it's like everyone always imagines they might have a shot, even if it's a 1 in a billion chance. There's still a chance, but
Yeah,
once
right.
they become taken or gay or whatever, there's no chance anymore. So I don't know. It's like playing the lottery. You know you're going to lose, but you might not.
There's a slogan.
One
You
time
will lose, but you don't have to lose.
One time it really hit me hard that Pat had died is because several years later, and I don't even remember what I said, but it was just nothing. It meant absolutely nothing. for about a month, every television station, newspaper, Tom's a homophobe. It's like, what? I mean, don't you think if they're going to accuse people of something, they should do a little research on the person's life or, things like that?
Yeah, right.
And that's a pretty heavy title to be carrying around with you, that you're a homophobe.
No kidding.
Which obviously I had proof that I wasn't, but nobody gives a shit that
I had proof.
Well, I did. I mean,
I suppose.
It's like, Jesus, I just don't understand.
Well, that was the easiest way to bring somebody down, is to
Right.
call him
Yep.
some sort of ist, any
Still
sort of
is.
ist. Yep. Still, well, I think
is.
I think it's losing a lot of its
think
power.
it's losing its power,
People
yeah.
are like, yeah. Everybody is an ist.
Yeah,
now.
great. Now that my show's been canceled, now all of a sudden it's okay.
Well,
See,
it's
typical.
just been overdone to death.
Yeah, I think it is true, and it's just like I said, all of this stuff is just you treat people the way you treat people, and it's got nothing to do with their, what they do with their bodies or their minds or any of the. It's just some people get so carried away with that labeling other people. Why do people like to label others so much?
It's easy.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't get it.
I think there's a tribalism. I think we're drawn.
Yeah.
We like nationalism. I mean, even you paint
Sports.
your face purple, right? And you go
Yeah.
put your jersey on. You go to a thing,
Yep.
and then you see all of the calls by the ref through the lens of the purple glasses.
Right.
It's interesting that we have a tendency. I don't know if it's baked into our
it's a
history
survival-
and our genes. Yeah.
Survival tactic.
There's a tribalism. Greeks love to find the other Greeks and go to the churches with them and hang and talk about Greek things. And every subgroup has their own little version of that.
Sure.
And I don't know. I think we're progressing. I feel like social change is glacial by its nature.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time to kind of move through things. A million years ago, I was doing a show in Pensacola, and I had a little chunk at the time. I did a few jokes about the Klan, and there was a
There you go.
there was a guy there was a guy in the audience who was in the Klan,
Oh, good Lord.
like currently in the Klan, and we had this really interesting exchange. At one point, I just looked at him and I go, "Oh, so we just have to wait for people like you to die, right?" And he just nodded, like we both kind of had
you
this
go.
moment of like, "Yep, that's how this is going to change. I'm going to be dead,
Phenomenal.
and then we'll move on." I hung out in the kitchen with the Mexicans for a while after that show.
Did you? Yeah, there you go. Good plan. Good plan. Why do you think it is that it's so easy for some people to point at someone and go, "Oh, you're anti-gay. Oh, you're a
Because it
homophobe."
immediately turns them into a moral superior.
Oh, is that what it is? They're
For a
morally
lot of them,
superior,
yes.
even though none of it's true.
For a lot of that, it's all about moral superiority. Yep.
Well, I mean, 40 years ago, the equivalent would have been like you don't go to church as frequently as I do, or that sort of thing.
People love to
There's
feel
always
superior.
been,
I suppose, yeah.
Everyone needs a quick and easy way to elevate themselves morally above their competition.
To this day, I will tell you, there's a certain group, and it's a very large group in Minnesota, that are the most hateful people on earth that I've ever seen. And I don't know why that is. I love Minnesota. I was born there, grew up there. We still live there in the summertime, have a good time and all the rest of it. But there are some people in Minnesota that are just the most hateful people that I've ever encountered. And they think they're all, bright and clean and wonderful.
Right.
It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? First of all, if I have to join a group so you understand how I think, I don't want to be in that group. I'll be very honest with you. I don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like everybody, you do what you do and what a blah, blah, blah. It just harming other people to the point it might ruin their life is something I've never understood. Never understood that.
Yep. It's
Whatever.
yeah. I think most of the time the explanation is within the person.
Yeah.
You don't kick the dog because you're mad about the dog.
I know.
Right. It's you got some other stuff going on. And I've had to check that within myself, whatever you scream at somebody in traffic, that's not really what you're screaming about.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand. Yeah, whatever. So how's it going? Other than don't bring up the Vikings.
Okay.
And you can talk about the football all you want.
All right. Well, how sad is it that no Jets players or staff were involved with the gambling scandal? They haven't been throwing games. That's just how they play.
That's right.
Just is what it is.
The gambling scandal.
Did you read some of the details on that?
No, I didn't. I meant to, but I didn't.
Holy hell. As a poker player, some of it was jarring. I mean, I don't want to go too much down that rabbit hole, but it's worth looking up. Like, they had an X-ray table so they could follow, who had what cards.
Yeah.
And there are apparently
Wow.
some contact lenses that reveal the backs of the cards to the
Oh.
players. Yeah, it's
Ooh.
like crazy X-ray glasses in the comic books when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, there's some real James Bond sort of stuff with, and there was a card shuffler that doesn't shuffle the cards in a way that's magical, but it reads what players get which cards.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really fascinating, and it wasn't tens of dollars or hundreds of dollars.
No.
One player lost 1.6 million in a single sitting,
Wow.
and so it's many millions. It's crazy. It's fascinating that
You know, if some conspiracy theorist would have told you this, you'd be like, yeah. But it's like, okay.
Yeah, this is
Getting weirder
fascinating.
by
It's
the
like
minute.
it's movie level, like schemes. It's
Yeah.
really some of it's really interesting, and then of course the less interesting and more scary was the simple, a player told the mob that he's going to go out with an injury. The mob bets all the money on the under on his
Yep.
personal stats, and then, ow, my ankle, and he leaves the game.
Oh.
Tons of money is made. Money changes hands. That's really dangerous to the integrity of the sports.
Yeah, is there going to be any fallout from that, like real fallout, or is it just going to be, oh, darn, it happened, we'll stop now?
Boy, these leagues are going to have to be really careful, because if the world doesn't trust the integrity of what you're doing, the whole thing can fall apart like a house of cards. I think they've got to get really, really strict about gambling, and there's players implicated for something like that. They have to be banished for life. They have to be pushed out of the whole universe forever. And players shouldn't be able to bet or share information about props for sure. The
Well,
prop
it's insider
bets-
trading, basically.
Yeah,
So,
it's. I mean, in that case, it's even worse. Some of the other things are insider trading, where they had information about whether or not LeBron was going to play, and you can place bets on those kinds of things and make a lot of money knowing that that's going to happen or not.
Right.
That the public doesn't have access to. That's gross and insider trading. But if you're able to, a single player, could say, hey, bet the under on my personal stat line because I'm out in the second quarter. I mean, you're just printing money doing something morally wrong. It's that's a tough one. And the college athletics are going to have the same problem, because those kids are even more vulnerable to weasels coming to give them some money to do something creepy.
Ay,
I know,
what a
right?
mess. What a
I know.
mess.
You're just naturally very bad, and you encourage people to bet against you because you're probably going to suck.
That's what the Jets have been doing. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. It's nothing illegal about that.
And then they won this week. So did somebody make money in that?
Uh-oh. Someone
Yeah.
lost so much money there.
Yeah, the Jets owner, by the way, has been such an ass lately. He trashed his own quarterback, and
Oh, God.
he was really harsh about it. If you were surprised by what Woody Johnson said, don't be. His name is Dick. Woody
Yeah,
Johnson.
Woody Johnson. Very good. Dick.
Dick. That's a tough way to go through middle school.
It is.
I feel good for the kid. I mean, he's this kid. He's 26. Justin Fields had a tough week. He was quarterback for the Jets. At one point, he said this week he was lying down in his closet crying.
Oh, God.
So he's really connected to the Jets fan base. That's good. He
Yeah, there you go.
Getting in on the trend.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
right.
Feel
Yeah.
your pain.
All right, there's been some buzz about the halftime show in the Super Bowl. Right? They booked Bad Bunny, and it's not something that lots of mainstream folks are familiar with. And there's this sort of the debate, this weird flashpoint in the culture war about this kind of thing. Now, I think some of the hubbub is for dumb reasons, but I will say this: I travel around talking about football all over America. A big chunk of the fan base is older white guys. And they have not spoken to us with the halftime bookings for 15 years.
It's true.
I throw us a bone once in a while.
Right.
All right. I literally pulled it up because I was curious. All right. These are the last 15 halftime shows. I'll just power through super fast. Usher, Rihanna, Dr. Dre, The Weeknd. I'm not interested in any of those things.
No.
Shakira and Jennifer Lopez I loved for not musical reasons, but I love that they're strong, like independent, powerful women. I love that. And I love that they had age-appropriate, gorgeous, shaking asses. I love both of
Yeah,
those
there
things.
you go. Yeah, right.
All right, then Maroon 5, Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga, Coldplay, Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Madonna, Black Eyed Peas. Only in 2010 did they have The Who,
Who?
to my way of thinking was
2010.
the last booking that was kind of towards my demo.
But yeah, almost all of that was for like 10 years. It was just nothing but like millennial stuff.
Yeah. Like,
like
give us an
Black Eyed
AC/DC,
Peas.
a Billy Joel. Like, what are you doing? Throw us a bone. Paul McCartney is available. How do you not
Yeah.
book the Beatles for the biggest show? It's the most, it's the most universal, iconic music and maybe in human history. And he's there. Book him already. What are you doing? The Rolling Stones, Kiss
Yeah.
in full face makeup. There's something that I would like to see. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Well, don't you think right now music might be at its lowest point in a long
good.
time?
Not good.
It's terrible.
I hear stuff, and it's just like, what is with the singing? It's like, what is this? What are they doing?
There you go.
I know. I agree
What?
with you, but also that's exactly what my parents would have said about what I listened to.
Sure,
I don't think
absolutely.
so.
Eventually, the music, you're not the target demo for the new
No,
music.
but this
No.
blubbering,
No.
whiny shit. It's like, what is
Yeah,
it?
I know.
Let's go cry somewhere else. God.
It's true.
It must have been like emo when I was a kid. Man.
Oh my God. It's like,
once
grow
again,
up. You're a woman now. Stop whining.
I love cussing exasperated Kathryn. That's my
Yes.
favorite Kathryn.
Yes.
The rare appearance.
Good God.
Unless I'm driving.
It's funny. My mom will sometimes say, I don't know if that's the right joke there. I'm like, Mom, you're not the demo. I'm not trying.
Right.
I love you. I appreciate your support. You're not the group I'm trying to sell jokes to.
Mm, that's exactly it too, isn't it?
And I was actually complaining about, playfully, I don't care a lot, but I was playfully complaining about this halftime booking situation to a friend of mine. And he goes, yeah, at some point you just have to acknowledge that you're now in a demo that advertisers don't care about.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Even though you're at the age where you have more,
Money.
yeah.
I do, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have,
Yeah.
right.
Actually. Yeah.
That's,
Well, you
it's
can look at it
interesting.
as you're a captured demo. You're here forever, so
Right.
they don't have to try to get you.
Right.
They're trying to get
Right.
younger people, and they are not succeeding.
And the longer
but they don't
arc of
have
my capture is not worth as much as the longer
Exactly.
arc of a teenage capture.
Yeah.
Of
But
course.
they don't have any money.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, Tom, was it like the coveted radio demo? Is it 25 to 55?
Yeah. 2554. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, because
Yeah.
they were the ones that were buying houses and filling them up with
Right.
stuff.
Yep.
But
Right.
now,
Right.
people in their 20s can't afford a house.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They're all living in mommy and daddy's
That's right.
basement
That's right.
because they can't afford anything.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they haven't updated their key demo in, 50 years? It's. I think it might be time to reassess who's got the money.
Yeah, I suppose.
25
But
to
do young
54.
people have any
That's a
money?
little bit of a painful cutoff for me as a 55-year-old. I was like, no! Why you got
there
it?
you
I'm
go.
still relevant.
Yeah, I could spend money on something you advertise.
Something.
But I literally never heard of this guest for the halftime show. I never heard of The Weeknd either. I mean, I'm not. I recognize that I'm not really the target, but
So who is it? Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny? Is that who it is?
Is it?
Bad Bunny.
I heard they weren't going to do it. And there's a lot of backlash. People are going to have. There's going to be another production of a halftime show, so people will turn off the
Right.
off the game and watch another show. It's like also stupid.
But but at that part, at least I understand. Like, that's, that's sort of an entrepreneurial spirit. In fact, if I remember right, In Living Color had a big boom from that because the halftime shows were kind of dull at the time, and they promoted to come over to Fox and watch In Living Color during the halftime.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you could
Didn't realize
argue
that.
that was the reason that the NFL was like, oh, okay, we're not losing viewers during a Super Bowl. We're gonna book the biggest stars that have ever lived.
Right.
Okay.
And they have. I mean, to their credit, they have booked gigantic superstars pretty
have.
much every year, going back to like, I don't know, Prince.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Springsteen, and they really turned it on and changed what the halftime show is. So
Well,
if
the chat
like
is saying that the alternative halftime show is going to be hosted by Turning Point.
right, so that's one of them that
can't
was
even
kind of
imagine
buzzworthy.
What that's going to be like.
So Christian.
Right. And of
guess
course,
so.
if you have a gigantically different political appeal and want to do
Yeah,
your
sure.
own thing. Another subgroup that I'm surprised the NFL doesn't speak to more is country music.
Yeah.
That whole list,
Yeah.
there wasn't a country star on that list. And
Yeah,
that's
you look
kind of
at yeah, you
that's a
look at
big demo too,
yeah,
right?
Florida football. I mean, my God, that's your country western listening.
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
football people down here.
But
Right.
like I said, they're
Yeah.
they're captured. What are they going to do? Stop watching football?
We'll just have a country western singer on there once in a while.
But
I
they don't
mean,
need to. That's the thing.
But
Yeah,
it would
that
be
is the thing.
huge.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, not every year. Of course, some years
No.
you're going to have a booking that appeals to, international markets and teenage girls and whatever else.
Yeah.
But once in a while, throw us a bone. We're the backbone of the fan base over here. The old
know
white
what?
guys.
Acknowledge us, please.
What's interesting about that, I was looking at some of the comments while you guys were talking, all the rest of it. They want to know why we don't buy or do a half-hour show during halftime and promote it and just have people come over and listen to us rather than watch that crap on television.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure I could rap in Spanish if I tried hard enough.
Probably true.
I mean,
Probably true.
The Super Bowl it might be humanity's greatest triumph in capitalism.
Oh, God, yes.
Where I literally will run and pee during a second down so I don't miss the commercial breaks. How is that possible? I mean, it's
There
an
you go.
astounding achievement of capitalism. I
Yep.
can't wait to see the ads. Ugh, it's absurd.
Is that still a thing?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
Where they're spending tons and tons of money on this one
yeah.
commercial? It is still a
and
thing? Okay, I
and it's
didn't know.
buzzworthy, and they sometimes do pre-releases of some of the ads and other. It's
Okay.
like it's a talking point. There's articles, and it's a water cooler moment. I mean, in a splintered media universe, the Super Bowl is one of the last things that everybody talks about.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
so
true.
you get it. It's a powerful force.
You know what's kind of sad?
It's available.
Yeah, that's right. That's kind of sad in a way because you look at the other sports and what they're doing. They got nothing going. I don't know. It just the halftime show used to be fun to watch. I haven't watched a halftime show in a while now, have we?
No.
Yeah, we haven't watched one in quite some time. And I don't know. Paul McCartney, I'd watch.
I wonder, why doesn't the World Series do stuff like that? I mean, they need people to watch baseball. Why don't
That's
they
true.
start throwing some acts in there?
Although last night's game was a pretty good ad for that sport. My goodness, 18 innings and
18
their
innings,
big
yes.
star got a couple of big home runs, and
Won the game with a home run.
I'm not a baseball fan, but if that's what you want, well, that's
Yep.
that's great. That's what
Yep.
makes baseball fun is extra innings.
Used to be the biggest baseball fan of all time, and then I started following this team called the Twins, which was great. They won 2 World Series, but now for the next 40 years, nothing. Okay.
You
well,
had your time.
I had my time.
You had your
exactly.
time.
Right.
I had my time with the Minnesota Twins.
Take what you can get with the Minnesota sports team.
Oh, well. What are you going to do? One of the good things about that, though, is that watching the Vikings, the owners of the team, the Pohlads, just hate my guts because I would say, you're making some really stupid moves, do stuff like that. But hey, it's a sports report, right?
Well, lads aren't used to people saying
That's what you're
mean
supposed to
things.
do.
That's what you're supposed to do, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I got banished from the whole deal. I think even if I wander anywhere near the stadium, alarms go off.
Have you seen this man?
That's what people do. You're sitting at home, they're calling you morons while they're sitting watching it at home. Yes, but when you say it, people hear you. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever. I'm still a huge Twins fan, but you guys have done nothing with that team in 35 years.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Pretty
That's
sucky.
that's the other thing about baseball that makes it tough, because it's not a revenue share. There's not a salary cap. The big markets spend gigantic money, and the little markets just struggle to keep up. It's more like European soccer, really.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
suppose that
handful
is
of
true.
giants that get most of the wins over the long haul.
Yep. No question.
Yeah.
Oh, well, such is life.
Yeah, but football, at least if your team sucks, they could be good in 2 years. I mean,
Or 35.
Unless there's cheating.
somewhat hopeful. Yeah, right. No more cheating. We got enough problems in our own
No
society.
more cheating.
I want to trust the football I watch.
Well, I understand that. All right, Pally, you coming back with us next Tuesday, I hope?
Yeah, absolutely. And then I got to figure out the German schedule. But I'll be around next week for sure, and we'll talk and figure it out.
All right, sounds wonderful.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Kostaki Economopoulos and Quick Snaps. We'll take a break. Be right back. in a
I
couple-
feel like we should just do Kristyn now, considering we have, 3 minutes left for her?
Oh,
So
Well, we got more than this. She can stay on longer if she wants.
it's up to you, Kristyn. I'll not put you on until your mic and stuff are on. I'm
Okay, why
hoping
don't we
she
do
can
the
hear us.
break? Yeah, why don't we do the break and come back and we'll
private
figure it
that's
out.
a
chat.
short break.
That's fine. Oh, okay. So you're good to come on in about a minute? Okay.
See,
All
there
right,
you
then.
go. All right, we'll be right back with Kristyn Burtt. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hand for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let me tell you about my bank. That'd be North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust. And that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998. They've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community. And you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot either. You get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you and your situation and are always ready to help. So if you're tired of the big national banks and want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We come back. Kristyn's supposed to be on. We got Bob instead.
There she is. We got both
Oh,
of
you
you.
got back. Oh, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
Oh.
Costaki went a little long today, so Kristyn got not a
Yeah.
whole lot of attention.
Well, Kristyn, can you stick around for 10, 15 minutes?
About 10 minutes I can do.
10 minutes would be good. Bob, you get to host her for 10 minutes.
We got lost in all of the sports betting cheating
Hey,
scandals.
that's not even the big story here in Minnesota to all
What
of
is
you.
No?
It is Kevin O'Connell. It's shameful what he did to Carson Wentz. This guy, October 5th, suffered a dislocated shoulder, torn labrum, fractured socket. They made him play.
Wow.
They
Whoa.
claim it was his decision. He was brutalized in the last game. Kevin O'Connell should be fined by the league or his owner. This guy, I've lost all respect for him for making
dear.
this guy go out on the field. And then he said he did it because he said Carson understood the circumstances. They have a rookie quarterback, this Brosmer, the kid from the Gophers.
Yeah.
He didn't feel a rookie should be put in that situation. Then he shouldn't be on your team.
Right.
If you don't think that he can play and step in for Wentz.
True.
This is to me, it's a scandal. And how does the training staff and the coach and the GM and the ownership, if they knew, allow this to happen? This guy was brutalized, and he's in a position. He wants to be the next Sam Darnold, get the big contract. He's going to keep going out no matter how much he was hurt, and he was hurt. If you watch the game, you could see it.
Unbelievable.
So anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. And Bob Sansevere Sports brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant Personal Injury Lawyers. Seeking justice for the injured, contact Bradshaw and Bryant at minnesotapersonalinjury.com. Now, I know I wasn't going to bring Kristyn into this, but she's even more pissed off than Bob is. So how are you going to deal with it?
About the layoffs at Peacock. Or whatever it is.
1,000 people got the hook at Peacock.
Paramount.
Paramount, sorry.
Oh, Paramount, that's right.
Wrong streamer.
Paramount,
that's right, it's
Paramount
Paramount.
is going to be a bloodbath just over the next few months. CBS News is also getting the chop.
What?
And because they are owned by Paramount, they're all part of the same thing.
What is
and
Walter-
they're saying
Walter Cronkite
CBS
gonna
Morning News will probably see some exits, and the mergers, I think, in the long run is going to turn out to be the wrong move.
You know what I think, and I'm very serious about this? I'm sorry, but just like radio got ruined by podcasting, television is ruined by streaming. There's no question about it.
Oh, we know that. I mean, and we've talked about that. The fact that tech came in and disrupted Hollywood
Yep.
with no real business plan of like how Hollywood actually operates. And I think that that's going to be, in hindsight, you look back at the history books, you're going to realize that tech is always the disruptor in industries, but tech has now become the fact that of how we're dismantling things, and we go right into AI. You're looking at Amazon. I think it's 18,000. I've heard 30,000, but it looks like 18,000 is the number. And that a lot of that comes from the AI and automation that's coming into play over there.
How does this affect all these Paramount/CBS shows, particularly the dramas like the Monday night FBI, Tuesday night, the NCIS lineup, Friday night when you got the Fire Country, Sheriff Country, and the new one, the Boston Blue? I mean, these are not cheap shows. Will there be a ripple effect to them?
Well, the big ripple effect happened on Sunday night. We talked about it yesterday on the show, but they lost Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, they
Paramount is being propped up by all Taylor Sheridan shows. He leaves them for film officially March 2026. He's got 3 years, though. His deal with Paramount Plus for TV ends at the end of 2028. But I'm going to tell you, NBC Universal, who made the deal with him, a very lucrative deal, they said, we want to make you like Spielberg, who they have in-house. They want to make him a very big star and treat him as such, because he also kind of entertained deals with Netflix, and he realized he was just going to be kind of like just one of dozens at Netflix. And they laid off the Taylor Sheridan executives that handled all of his accounts. And Taylor was like, you know what? You promised me that nothing would change. It changed. I'm out.
How stupid are these people?
It's extremely stupid when you
It's like
realize
the Bud Light, what they did with that, the transgender
Yeah.
thing, and lost so many people.
Yep.
No, it's like, know your audience, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, and especially how valuable Taylor Sheridan is. He's not just a guy making a bunch of shows on the air. He's making a bunch of successful shows that bring a
very
ton of
successful.
revenue. And David Ellison totally messed that up.
I love those shows.
So does this
good.
mean that this is the end of Tulsa King, and right now the first episode of what's that? I'm drawing a
Mayor
blank.
of Kingstown?
Yes, the Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, we just watched that one
Love
last
it.
night, the first
Yeah.
episode.
So you
it.
have Taylor Sheridan there writing all those shows through 2028. The shows then become property of Paramount Plus. He does not get to take those properties with him to NBC Universal. So if they decide to continue with them, someone else can write them.
it's not gonna
But
go well.
it's
No.
never the
Right.
same.
And is his heart going to be in writing for them?
No, my guess is that he's going to be focused in on his big money film deal with
Yep.
NBC Universal beginning March 2026.
Yeah, he's going to be writing, let's see, how can I make the suckiest episodes I can?
Yeah, exactly.
Martin
I
in the
mean-
chat, Kelsey Grammer had his 8th kid today or yesterday at 70.
Yesterday, yeah.
She wrote 80, but he's 70.
Ish.
Yeah, at 70 years old, you might not even be around when the kid starts forming memories.
Yeah.
This
You
is
never know.
he had it with his
Vanity
wife, who
children.
was a flight attendant, and
Mm-hmm.
he started dating her while he was married to Camille
Oh,
Grammer, his
God.
wife, whom he
Oh,
had 2
God.
kids with. Like, there's always an overlap with all of his
Yep.
marriages and relationships.
Kristen, wasn't Tony Randall and Anthony Quinn both in their 80s when they had kids?
Yeah, and you have Al Pacino and Robert De Niro having kids in their 70s and 80s.
Really?
Yeah, Al Pacino has, what was it, last year he had a baby girl?
Well, will De Niro will his lift shoes to his child? Did you see those things? They're like 6 inches of heel. I didn't realize. He
I
was
would
so
say
tiny.
I would say 90% of politicians and actors wear, men I'm talking about, wear lifts in their shoes. Unless you're someone super tall like Vince Vaughn or Hugh Jackman, they're wearing lifts. I mean, Donald Trump wears lifts. That's
Yeah,
well known.
but he's
Does
not
he?
small though. I mean, he's not
Donald
tiny
Trump
like
claims
these
he's
guys.
6'3".
Yeah, he
Hey,
claims that. Yeah.
I'm
He's
over
not.
6 foot in the right pair of shoes.
I mean,
put on
Sylvester
cowboy boots, I'm 6 foot.
Stallone, all of them wear lifts.
Do they?
They want to appear taller. Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise a little.
Well,
fella.
it is a little disappointing when, because they seem so huge on the screen, and then you see them and they're this little tiny guy. It's like, really?
When they're my height, that's when I always laugh, because I'm like, okay, I'm in heels and I'm like maybe 5'6" in heels, and I'm looking at you directly in the eye. I'm like,
How
you're
tall are
shorty.
you? How tall are you without the shoes?
5'3".
Have you interviewed face to face Rob Lowe? Because he can't be more than an inch taller than you. I saw him in
haven't.
Boston years ago when the Celtics. I covered a Celtics championship series with the Lakers, and I saw a guy said, "Boy, he looks just like Rob Lowe," and it was, and he was tiny. They all say they're 5'8", 5'9". It's
I'm going to say he's about 5'7", was my guess
Oh, no.
for him. And
I
He's
Tom
selling
Cruise
dog
is
food
5'7".
now.
I don't think so.
He's on dog food commercials. He's got some sort of dog food.
Yeah, everyone needs to make money in this
Yes.
economy.
But
Every
notice-
actor is doing those gaming.
I know.
commercials.
I've
Like you'll
seen
see them
some
on
of those.
social media. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm seeing A-list celebrities doing ads for like these crappy phone games. And
Money's
it's like,
good.
Wow, it is. Well, yeah, they're getting $10 million from like these, because these games, like, they're not good. They're not designed to be good. They're designed to be addictive, and they have microtransactions. So you keep on putting money. You do
You
top
seem
up.
to know more about this than a normal person would.
Well, I mean,
Have you tried them?
I'm a gamer, and I have played these games, and I have
Okay.
never put money into them. But
No, you can't.
they're like, it's the new controversy in gaming. Like, for a while it was like games
Or
are
that's
too
how the
expensive,
kids,
or, yes,
They
and
go
a
and
lot
they
of
start
kids-
playing.
Yep, kids will start playing this, and then the game will be like, oh no, you ran out of energy, but if you give us $10, we'll top up your energy. And you can do that as much as you want. Keep playing, run out of energy again, $10 more, $10 more, $10 more.
Yeah.
There are people who spend 6 digits a year on these games. And that is why
God.
people keep making them, is because all you need is a handful of, they call them whales.
Yep.
You just need a handful of whales and you're making millions and millions of dollars, and it never stops. It's not like, with a traditional video game, you put it out, it sells, and then, on to the next thing. But with these, there's games out there 10 years old. Whales are still putting millions and millions of dollars into them. Yeah.
Foolish mortals.
See,
I know. It's like
foolish
being
I
part of
s-
that. I couldn't.
I just want to say I saw Song Blue last night, and just wanted to
What's
give
that?
you guys the Hugh Jackman movie with
Right,
about
yeah.
lightning and thunder, which is
Mm-hmm.
going to. This movie's not coming out until Christmas Day, but it's amazing. He and
Really?
Kate Hudson are really, really good. And I don't know, do you guys know the whole story about the whole Neil Diamond cover band?
I don't.
Because it's a very Midwest story. They're out of Milwaukee, and so they were a Neil Diamond kind of like, they called it interpretation, but a cover band essentially. And And their story takes a turn. Like everything, you're like listening to it. You're listening to all the Neil Diamond cover stories. They're falling in love. Everything's great. And then I don't want to like spoil the surprise because I didn't know this either. And I'm like, oh, this just took a dark turn. Something happens that alters the course of their trajectory because they were like all of a sudden like the biggest hits in the Midwest in terms of like performing. And they get back on track and make their comeback, and then something else happens.
So it's a true story, or
It's a true story. In fact, if you go on Amazon, you can go and see Song Sung Blue, which is the documentary about lightning and thunder. And then the movie is Song Song Blue, named after the Neil Diamond song, with Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson is so fantastic. I think she's going to get an Oscar nomination. It was her voice is incredible, her acting is incredible, and you're like, where was this Kate Hudson all these years? I mean, she was great in if you go back and look at some of her earlier work, but the last few years I'm like, where's she been acting wise? This is great. She's so good.
Magnificent. Well, thank you. You said 10 minutes and you spent more.
Look
Above
at
and
that.
beyond.
So
Sorry.
thank you. We appreciate your time.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Talk to you
Here
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We shall take a quick break. Be right back. Bob Sansevere takes the helm right after this. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabanco.com. That's nabanco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Can't get enough of Tom Bernard podcast? Look for a vessel. You looking for a vessel to contain your beverages? Perhaps a hat or a hoodie to keep you warm in the cold months? Looking cool in the warm months? We've even got luggage with our logo on it so you can show people overseas what they're missing out on. If any of this sounds like your kind of thing, simply head over to tombernardpodcast.com, click on the merch button, and shop away. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Sansevere Sports brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers seeking justice for the injured. Contact Bradshaw and Bryant at minnesotapersonalinjury.com. What's up, Sanny?
Well, 18 innings. The game ended this morning.
Yeah.
The Dodgers go up 2-1. 18 freaking in. You know what?
18 innings.
Here's what's great about it. 'Cause I was talking to somebody earlier who's saying that, I mean, they like all the sports, but baseball to them, when it becomes art, and that's what he was looking. But think about it. 1991 was the anniversary yesterday of Jack Morris's absolute, to me, it's the best Game 7, still the best Game 7 ever. But that was the anniversary of it, and this game took place on that. And also think about Game 7 in 91. We're only on Game 3.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yep, that's right.
Because it goes a lot deeper now. But it could end tomorrow. If they were to win tonight and tomorrow night, it's over.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see what happens with that one. And hey, have you heard from AP? Were you his one call from jail?
What?
Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, third DUI, right?
Oh,
Well, second in
God.
6 months. He got one when he came here for the Vikings draft. This one, though, is not a good one because not only was it a DUI, he was in possession of a firearm.
Oh, God.
So he's got charges with both for DUI and having illegally possessing a firearm.
Oh,
Now,
he
I
didn't
don't-
have a permit?
Doesn't matter. He was drunk.
Yeah, that's right. Drunk
Oh,
with a
I didn't
weapon.
know that.
Do you know how it works? So if you get multiple DUIs in different states, do they add up
Yeah.
as if you were to get all of them in one state,
Yeah,
or
it's
how
not
does
like
that
you
work?
hopscotch from one state to another. A lot of them have reciprocity, or it will
okay.
apply, and they know about it.
Well, that's good.
I mean, he's he's a throw the key away type of guy because if he's done this twice in 6 months, it's not going to stop.
Where's he now?
I think he's in Texas.
Texas.
isn't he?
Yes, it was in Sugarland, Texas, is where he was.
Sugarland. Okay.
You know, it used to be that if you got 2 or 3 DUIs, you went to weekend jail at least.
Well, he's got no money because he didn't even have an attorney on record to do. And he also I don't
much did
know
he
if he's still
make?
in jail. He doesn't make anything. He squandered all of it. Keep in mind, it's not cheap to rent out a few camels to ride for your birthday.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
that's right. And he's got a
he's
bunch
got
of
a-
he's got a bunch of
few kids.
baby mamas
You
too, doesn't
think
he?
the kids would all pool their money to get dad out of the hoosgow.
You think? Yeah.
But no,
Oh,
no, he is.
Adrian.
I mean, the reason he played as long as he did is because he was broke. Remember the story? This goes back 10 years or more. We talked about it. He had like a condo in Houston, and it wasn't a lot of money to bail it out, or it didn't seem like a lot. It's like $60,000 in back taxes, and he had stuff in one room that was worth $60,000. The piano, the pool table, the art. He just let it all go back to whomever.
Sounds
I guess
like
it would
he
have been
needs
to
a financial manager.
I have a feeling he's probably had some, and maybe things didn't go well
Yes.
with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not good for him. And by the way, if we're doing sports for all you Timberwolves fans who think that Anthony Edwards will be back in 2 weeks, a hamstring injury could linger for most of the season, especially when you do the type of things he does on the court, how athletic he is. So it could be a while before you see him, certainly before you see him at full strength.
I have a question for you, Bob, and I've never thought about this before, but I wonder if it enters into the Adrian Peterson thing or whatever. I got to believe because football, baseball, whatever, athletes are so popular and so famous and all the rest of it, and it's brought out to the public how much money you make. They must have scam artists hitting on them constantly. Lined up to hit on them.
Oh, there's no doubt, especially guys who came from nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, because some of them have their entourage.
Yep.
I mean, I think he handled it better than most. But Kevin Garnett had the entourage living with him.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I think I told you the story of he had 2 go-karts, and I guess they were probably extra large.
I would imagine.
But they had a guy come over from a company to basically service the hot tub, and they're sitting there. He goes, "Hey, these look like fun. Do you use them?" "Ah, they don't work. You can have them." They needed like a new carburetor or a clean carburetor.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you
Probably
got that
gas.
kind of money,
out, yeah.
you don't
gas.
care. You really don't care when you have that kind of dough. But yeah, the entourage is problematic with some guys, and I don't know that AP had that. But
Yeah.
I remember hearing stories about some of these guys. They'd have like 12 people, and they would just like buy them all in Escalade because why not?
Yep.
it was the Elvis way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Be a
Don't
big shot.
throw
Right.
money at everyone. Yeah, you want to be a big shot, but I
Yep.
mean, you have to be making millions of dollars every year forever to sustain that sort of thing.
Yep.
And if you're in football, what do you got? Up to the age of 40 if you're extremely lucky.
Not as a running back. I mean, he went longer than most running backs do, but
he did.
He squeezed everything he could out of his career.
Yeah, you
Bob-
still have 40 years left of working after you're done being a running back.
What are they gonna
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Bob, who is the guy you just mentioned, the center for the
Kevin Garnett.
Timberwolves? Kevin Garnett.
Oh, yeah.
I was playing in a golf tournament one year, and I was in the foursome right behind him, right? So we're standing off to the side. He tees her up on the first tee, takes a swing, very looping swing, I would say. The ball goes over his head, over my head, and hit the building behind him.
It's a hell of a shot.
How do you even do
talent.
that?
Oh, with those arms.
Yeah, well, he has arms are 8 feet long, so that might have something to do with it. He hit the building behind the tee box.
Keep in mind Flip Saunders, because he did not want to be 7 feet tall, because then you put him at center. As Flip would say, he was 6 foot 13 inches tall.
Yeah,
He was 7'1", but he never wanted to be a 7-footer.
yeah.
There was a stigma to it. But that's interesting. That's a pretty good shot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thinking about how much spin he had to put on that ball by missing it so much. I mean, he caught it at such a weird angle that it spun right over his head.
So what did he do? Mulligan? He hit again, right?
Yeah, oh yes, he hit again. Yeah, that
You
was-
play
have
that
to
one.
hit the very top of it in such a way that the spin makes it ricochet off the ground. And
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't even know if you could duplicate that.
Probably not if you tried to do it. I bet you couldn't do it.
No.
I bet you could not do it. But he was not a friendly guy. I do remember. I ran into him a few times, and he was never friendly.
No, he was very aloof, and I
Yes.
blame the Wolves for creating whatever he became.
I
Because
agree.
The story that I tell about it is when who the heck was the guy? It was the first time the guy had ever made the All-Star team, and they, as a rookie, they asked Garnett's permission if they could announce him last
Oh,
to signify that he made the All-Star team, which is ridiculous because at 19 he was running things, and he would make the media wait an hour and a half before he would talk to him. Instead of somebody saying, just talk to them right after the game and you're done, he would go back, cajole and joke around with his friends, take forever because he knew the media was waiting. It was it was an ego thing and a power play.
Wow, Dave with the memory. So we were talking about that the golf shot, and he says kind of like hitting a baseball twice. That would be. I was actually thinking about that while we were talking about that. I didn't bring it up though.
yeah.
Do any of you even remember what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do, but I can't remember, word by word.
It was a story I told. It's been a long time since I've told this story, I think. Maybe I tell it more than I think, but it was in middle school. We were playing baseball just like, for fun during recess.
Mhm.
And I was at bat, and, here comes the pitch, and I hit it, but I hit it with the top molecule of the bat. So the
Yes.
ball just goes straight up about 6 feet, comes back down, and bounces off the bat on the backswing. Now, that
There
is
you
something
go.
You will never be able to duplicate in your life.
No way.
I'll never
That's
forget it.
hilarious.
It was my sports peak right there.
That was the peak of your sporting life.
Pat
the
down,
end.
never picked it up again because I
Yep.
couldn't do it again.
God, what is the name of that? I'm trying to think of the name of that golf course out there in Maple Grove. Where
There's
this
a
all
lot of
happened.
them.
Oh, the one we used to all go to all the time, Kathryn.
We all went all the time.
No, we had dinner there all the time.
There's
I
Rush
played-
Creek.
Rush Creek. That's exactly what I was.
I remember you
thinking.
talking about Rush Creek. I don't think I ever went, but
Yeah, Rush Creek was nice enough. Well, I shouldn't say nice enough. It was very nice, actually.
It's probably
was a
still
good
there,
time.
I would guess.
Let's
is.
go there with Nick Cook all the time. Nick, who's no longer with us, Cook, unfortunately.
it's been a
What are you
while.
gonna do? It has been a while.
I like how you said that as if that was his nickname. Nick, no longer with us, Cook.
That's his nickname. He died, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And by the way, because I saw him and he was sick and he didn't look great, but then I called him to come over about 2 weeks later. He said, "You can't come over anymore." And I said, "What?" He goes, I don't want anyone seeing me right now. Just the
Yeah,
way
he
I
had
look.
lung cancer.
It was hideous, I guess. But back to the joy of the show.
the happy
Played
stuff.
Minnesota sports.
Yeah, Minnesota sports. You're not all that happy, exactly.
Well, the chat's talking about the Timberwolves. They're horrible.
They're
Someone mentioned
terrible.
something about college hockey, maybe? I think they're also bad. I don't know.
Oh, the Gopher hockey team's not very good?
Yes, they
I
got
don't know.
roasted, according to Charlie.
Oh, dear.
God.
I think, was it the Gophers hockey, or was it, because they're all the Gophers, right? Like every
Yep,
single
they're all
team.
the Gophers.
Ask
They
him what
really
he
need
thinks
to
of
do
the
something about that.
ask him what he thinks of the Gopher football team.
Yeah, well, that might be who he's talking about,
That
actually.
might be, honestly. Charlie, who
Gopher
are you
football
talking
team.
about? Margaret says F cancer. Yes, that's.
You
we
know
don't
what
like
amazes
cancer
me about
around here.
that?
Oh, it was
You know
football
how-
they were talking about.
You know how excited I was when I was 8 years old because the Gopher football team won the national football title. I'm going, oh, I got this for the rest of my life. It's the last time they ever won it. I was 8 years old.
Your fan life peaked early.
It peaked very, very early. You're absolutely right. Yeah, the Gophers are they good at anything?
Well, the hockey they're generally pretty good at. I mean, but men and women. And
They win a title?
They have in the past.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Now, the thing about this football team, though, take a look at Penn State fired. They were number 2 in the nation earlier in the year. Fire their coach after 3 rough games, right? Get rid of him. Then LSU fires Kelly. Get rid of him. Another team with Where is the standard here? He'll probably get a contract extension.
Yeah.
And because there's no standard of being successful.
No, there's not. You're absolutely right. It's a big problem.
It's kind of a problem for the whole city of Minneapolis.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
If this guy gets elected, this Fateh, he's the guy that wants to order the police to arrest ICE agents if they're wearing a mask. The reason, you
What?
idiots, they wear masks is so that people can identify them and they go harass their families.
And it's been happening too.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I mean, this
What are
guy.
we going to do?
I don't think he's got a prayer. I think Fry's going to win again. Ugh.
Well, the reason I would agree
More
with
of the
that
same.
is I have a friend who is a big-time Democrat who hates Fry, but he said, I'm voting for Fry because he
Yeah.
cannot stand the thought of this other guy. I mean, he's too progressive for Democrats. Well, for mainstream Democrats.
Well, I don't know if he's too. I don't
He
know
is.
if he's too progressive.
He's a socialist. He's too progressive.
He's a progressive extremist, is what he is.
I
Yes.
think we've got a lot of those on the Minneapolis City Council.
We do, yes.
Yes, but I mean, this is the entire city, and I think it's a much bigger election for them. Well, then you're making a case for Fateh. It looks like Pate getting elected.
I
Pate,
don't
that's it.
think he's going to get elected because, number one, he's homely.
Oh, that's not.
I'm telling you, people vote
Minnesotan,
for
yeah.
politicians that they think are cute. That's why one of the reasons why that Mandami is going to get it in New York. They vote for cute politicians.
Hey, Cuomo's a good-looking eye-tie.
I mean, he's not that great looking, but he's not,
hideous.
homely. He's not homely. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's what people really do. It's like, oh, he did one thing, so that makes him a nice guy. So now I'm going to vote for him. I don't like him because he's ugly. People do that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they just do. It's not
it's like
not my rules.
We haven't had a president with facial hair in like 100 years or something like that. Because people just like won't vote for him.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's actually, you're right. Turn of the century might have been the last bearded president.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Minneapolis and what's going on, and it's like Rick Kupchela's precarious state. He is getting so much crap about it. It's not true. Who funded it? Who funded it? It's like, who cares who funded it? It's all like it has journalistic integrity. All the facts are right there for everyone to see, and they're trying to turn it into a conspiracy theory documentary. It's like it's not. It's just fact. The Ameritrade building sold for $6 million, whatever, not $600 million like it was valued at
it's
10 years
true.
ago, before all this other crap came down. I mean, it's just Minneapolis politics are not great.
I have a moratorium against going to Minneapolis. Do you avoid it when you're here?
I don't avoid it, but there's really no reason to go down there. I mean, I was getting my hair cut down in the sort of the Dinkytown area, and last time I was there was like some naked crazy guy, bashing on cars in the. I mean, he wasn't doing anything. He was just like patting cars and yelling, and I'm like, I just don't want to run over some naked crazy man. I just don't want to do that. I don't want that on my resume. Sorry. I just, it's sad. It's just sad to see. And then in St. Paul, we went to something over there by the cathedral. And it's just sad to see all of the druggies and all of this stuff. It's not fun to go. No. I mean, you go to a sporting event, you get out. You're not going to go wandering around. I mean, there's just no way. And uptown and all that area, I mean, there's just so many boarded up things. It just, for somebody that lived during kind of I think we all lived in the heyday of Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. We were really thriving, and corporations were coming here, and we were on the frontier of a lot of medical things and blah, blah, blah. It's just sad to see it.
I had a townhouse in Uptown and loved it. But this is back in the 90s.
Great area.
And that was another world. It was just another time.
It was right by the Uptown Theater, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the old Minneapolis West grounds of the old high school, right behind
the old high school.
The Y there.
Yeah.
I had a condo there until 8 years ago. That's not that long ago. And
Where in Uptown?
No, he was up in the warehouse district over by Acme.
Right next to Acme. I was walking.
That's not a bad area now. That's still a decent area, right?
Right. That's the thing. It's like there are pockets where it's like it's fine to go, and that's like when we go to Minneapolis, that's where we go. Is we go to Acme.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's just sad to see that the politicians and the people that are running the show there are just so happy with less than mediocre.
Well, they all just believe it's not happening. It's all
Yep.
fake. All the crime and everything. Well, because the official statistics don't reflect the higher crime. And they believe it because those are the statistics, they're official. But, I mean, if you ask any cop in the area, they're just because they're not allowed to arrest anyone anymore. And even if they do, they never get convicted. So
Right.
it's like, if you're not convicting anyone, of course the crime numbers are down.
Oh,
That
the
doesn't mean
ICE
the crime's
agents-
not happening.
Yeah.
They try to convict them. There's no question
Yeah.
about that. They won't
Yep.
walk in and walk out. That
Well-
would be a problem for them if they tried doing that. 'Cause
Well-
the National Guard would come in, or Trump would send in the army to enforce, because he's not going to let ICE agents get arrested.
No.
Well, it's just such a, I mean, what was that, about 3 months ago when ICE agents were arresting, there was a drug bust. And people were running around protesting and getting in the agent's way. It's like,
Yep.
this is a drug bust. This isn't an immigration bust. And they didn't know the difference, but they did it anyway. I mean, we've just gotten to be kind of a ridiculous place.
Well, that's true. One thing I will tell you about that whole deal is that I just can't believe. I know we always talk there about there being two parties and all the rest of it, but there's actually four, because you got the Democrats and the Republicans. I like them. Everything is good with those two. But then you got the far left and the far right, not caring one bit if they harm somebody, ruin their lives by bad-mouthing them. These people don't care if they take you right out as long as they get their way.
No, because it's part of their greater good.
It's disgusting.
They think they're morally superior,
They really
and
do.
you have to get out of my way.
I just can't believe you'd want to harm somebody to the point where you ruin their career. What
Unfortunately,
is that?
we have people in power in Minnesota that
Yeah.
are like that,
That's
Yes,
right.
we sure
Very
do.
true.
and that's
That is
problematic.
very true. Why don't we take our final break, come back and wrap things up with Bob? Bob, you got another 8 minutes, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, glad to hear it. We'll be right back right after this. For Brad, John Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. You're listening to me. Your customers are listening to me, and they'll hear me promote your business. The Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, and ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. We're not just about ads, we're about results. Whether you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision. From millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between, increase your brand awareness. That's all you need to know. With Tom's broad reach and passionate following, your business will be, you're going to see increased visibility and awareness. There's no question about that, because that translates into more customers and sales. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Sansevere Sports brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers seeking justice for the injured. Contact Bradshaw and Bryant at minnesotapersonalinjury.com. Back to Sandy.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, man?
Well, again, I am looking at this game, the Vikings game Sunday against Detroit. They may want to sign 3 or 4 quarterbacks because they're going to get brutalized.
Oh, God, it's going to be hideous.
J.J. McCarthy is going to get sacked multiple times, and Brosmer, they're going to be deer in headlights type of thing, and there's nobody out there. The two guys that are out there, Desmond Ridder, who'd spent some time with them and is a nothing quarterback, and Brett Rippon, who they couldn't wait to get rid of, is a nothing quarterback, and they'd have to sign him off of a practice squad. So I don't know what they're going to do if they don't think Brosmer can do it. Again, that you had no plan. They had the chance. Now, no one blames them, or I don't, for letting Darnold go because you don't want to give him the $100 million.
Right.
Fine. But Daniel Jones, they should have made a bigger push for him and said, "Look, we don't think the kid's ready. We'll give you this year for sure."
Right.
Which is all he's guaranteed in Indianapolis. Now he's going to get more after the way he's playing. You know, he's an MVP candidate. Shocking. Both of them are. Both him and Darnold.
Yep.
And then they should be kicking themselves now. And I understand why they didn't go after Aaron Rodgers, because Kevin O'Connell, he had to know that Rodgers wouldn't listen to him. He'll do what he wants.
Right.
Kevin O'Connell. See, I've tried to give him as much, basically be very objective with him, because I've had some run-ins with former Viking coaches. I think Kevin O'Connell is egomaniacal, and the problem is I think he knows how to coach, but he's incredibly stubborn. It has to be his way.
Yep.
We're going to run this offense. Doesn't matter if all the blockers are hurt or your offensive line. We're going to run it this way because this is the offense I want to run. He should learn from his former boss, Sean McVay. When they lost Puka Nacua for a game, he put in 3 tight ends because he needed the blocking.
Right.
And these guys could catch. This guy should have been having 2 to 3 tight ends in all the games because of the condition of that offensive line, but he didn't. I just think that's a stubbornness, and I'll tell you, my respect for him is dissolved over what he let happen to Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
That is really uncalled for. I'm surprised there's not league rules against it.
Well, there might be repercussions from the league. That remains to be seen. What's going to be interesting is how will players who want to become in free agency, will that impact their decision? Will they say, wait a minute, this guy let him get brutalized? Carson Wentz's career could be over this. He has a fractured socket. I mean, he's going to need like a whole he's going to need a new shoulder. An artificial shoulder or some. I mean, I don't see how what do? You get some Gorilla Glue? How do you fix a fractured socket?
No, I use Flex Seal for that.
Well, how is he getting hit that hard without problems?
Well, he had problems.
NFL?
He said it's the most pain he's ever experienced in games. To me, what he did the other day, it was one of the grittiest, toughest performances ever by a quarterback. I mean, the last time a quarterback was brutalized that bad, you'd have to go back to Brett Favre in the NFC Championship game. And even Favre didn't take the beating this guy did and keep going out again after getting hurt like that.
Do you think they're ever going to like improve the like the padding and everything, or is it just like it is what it is at this point?
Well, I mean, they haven't as a point like with it when you're a quarterback. How much padding can you have when you can throw? I mean, when you saw his left arm, it was like this. I mean, he could not move it off his body because they had it taped so tight.
Yeah.
And that they knew what was wrong, and they let the guy forget. They got this blue tent on the sideline. Oh, we got to see if he's hurt. What good is the blue tent if you're going to let guys go back on the field? Because you need them, and you have no option. And they didn't have an option.
One thing I will tell you, Bob, is I'm really glad because apparently it came close that Aaron Rodgers was thinking of coming here to Minnesota.
He wanted
maybe the biggest prick I've ever met in my life. He is
covering
not
ground.
a nice. Oh my God, he is not a nice man.
So you have met him personally.
Yeah.
What was this experience?
He's very impressed with himself. Let me put it that way. Oh, you've seen that in him?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks he's just the greatest thing of all time. Look, he's a talented guy, but he's such a prick. Nobody wants to play with him.
Well, he was best friends with Nick Swartzen, wasn't he?
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, Nick said some offhand thing that he thought was funny, and Aaron Rodgers just never answered his calls again, never talked to him again.
Never talked to him again.
They hung out constantly, and Aaron just ghosted him.
Yep.
I'm not surprised. I've had one-on-one interaction with him, and it's before he became the starter. He was the backup for Favre on one of their, I think it was the Super Bowl run that the Packers had, or maybe that or the second time they went. And he was fine. I talked to him for 5-10 minutes, one-on-one, and he was fine. But that's before the ego went out of control because he was not yet the quarterback.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Margaret. He's not
just-
a nice man.
No.
He's not a nice man.
Okay, he doesn't talk to his family. He's estranged
Yeah.
from everyone in his family.
And he doesn't know anybody in his family anymore.
Sounds like a prick.
Oh, he's supposed to be just horrible. Just the few minutes I talked to him, he's just a jerk.
And that probably came across, to the Vikings, O'Connell and the rest of them. But I think O'Connell knew he would not be the story that Rodgers would be the story. And I do think this guy's got an ego.
No,
And
I
he
think you're
clearly
right.
doesn't want to lose. And I also think that they learned, I've heard some things, that their young quarterback did not want to go back and play. He doesn't want to play until he's 100%. Well, he's not going to be 100% on that ankle all year. It's going to be tender. But this is where you got to, you're not going to get hurt worse. It's not like having a dislocated shoulder with a torn labrum and a fractured socket. Get your ass back on the field.
Yep.
If not, let the kid from Minnesota go in and let him get his ass whooped.
What do they need? They need about 35 quarterbacks at this point. Yeah.
Well, eventually, I think, if you ever seen like Pacific Rim or like Gundam Wing,
No.
I know you've seen Pacific Rim, but that was a long time ago. It's the movie where they go into these gigantic robots so they can fight big monsters.
That's what they need.
That's what they're going to have to do with football. They're going to have to pilot gigantic like mechs. And I mean, imagine how exciting that would be. They could throw the ball 5 miles.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, there you go.
need a few hundred
There you
acres
go.
for the field.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That'd be fun, though.
Got it. You know what's so painful about this is I do love the Twins and the Vikings, and they just are both horrendous right now. Terrible.
Well, I
Embrace
don't
the
think
pain.
this is not. We thought he could be the answer as the coach. I don't think so, because I think he's going to lose some guys in the locker room over this.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, any closing words, Sandy?
Have a great week.
Boy, that was very inventive.
Inspiring words.
Yeah,
Go
really,
get 'em.
Really good. All right, Sandy, I think you're going to be
Jude
good
says
on
the show's
Tuesday.
over.
I believe that Andy said this is the new Monday for me.
This is
Except
the
for
new
one day-
normal. Yep.
One day a month when I have a school board meeting that I can't. I have to attend in the
You
morning.
got to do what you got to do, man.
Got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
All right, everyone, that's it. Any closing words from anybody?
I don't think there's anything in particular. I mean, the Jack's Cafe giveaway, this is the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 weeks, we're going to be doing the final drawing, so make sure to get that comment in. I just put the post up on X before the show today, so.
Bob,
get
make
yourself
sure
in
and
there.
like and subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Bob.
If you're not
Oh, yeah.
subscribed to our YouTube channel, then you're not a real friend.
Yeah, there you
Oh, if
go.
I'm going to leave you with the number of the score of the Vikings game, and you guess which team is going to win, 45-7.
Oh, God.
Maybe
Where'd you come up with that one?
45-3. I don't know. It just came to my head.
45-7.
It's
Or
prophecy,
three.
is what that is.
Well, that means I can go do something else by the middle of the first quarter.
Maybe earlier.
Or maybe
Oh,
earlier
no.
even, too. That's true.
At what point do you call it? It's like we cannot possibly win. It's like 20 up or something.
At what point? Today.
Today's good enough.
Oh, yeah, depends on the team.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
All right. See you,
All right,
kid.
that'll do it. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Got a picture in my noggin reminds me of this one was before.